a blog entry, the 20th of January of 2015. It's around the hottest part of the day, with the sun really blasts through these windows. And here, and I'm hot. I am hot trapped. So today, amongst many of the crazy things I've done, I went back to some of my really old writings from back in the 9/11 days. And oh boy. If you guys keep a diary, or if you guys have a way to write down your weirdnesses, you may know, as I do, that sometimes when you're looking back at your life, you may find things that scare you, things that just, blow you away. And my mental state in 2001 was, I think there is such a thing as doing too many. So, that said, the Oxy.org and that whole 2001 period of my life was when I was quite certain that a war between Mexico and the United States would erupt at any moment, and that I would be the fearless leader of the Mexicans to conquest, bring down the USA government. Since then, and many adventures afterwards, I've come to the conclusion that it is not me, it is everybody. You can't have a leader in such a conflict. You must just keep a very big dream in your head. I called it Octopuslandia. I'm still trying to build it as bottom. There's a lot of ways of speaking of that dream. My dream in 2001, it's kind of like a nightmare scenario, which is interesting because I had to go the full circle to get to that realization. But even as a nightmare, there are elements which are undoubtedly important and which are undoubtedly valid. And here's the big thing, I have to go back to a dream. I have to go back to a class that I had from a shaman named Ahmad in Ethiopia. I've actually written about it afterwards, and I've spoken about it many times, but I go back over and over and over to it because it's so true. We're not this body. We are not this body. We're not this flesh. We're kitties. We're something else. By the way, my lunch. Macaroni and cheese. Macaroni salad. Macaroni salad. I'm trying to be healthier, so I'm eating salad. Anyway. Actually, it's all I have to eat. Big chunk. Good to have her. Such a fucking Wendigo. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. The valid parts of the dream. In my original Octopuslandia, cannibalism, incest were a very integral and important part of it. But it was not cannibalism and incest, really. was freedom. It was this god-awful thing that we have in humanity to try to convince everybody of how to do things and what things must be done. That kind of like takes us to those extremes. Because we're not able to explore our bodies naturally, because we're not able to eat naturally, because we're not able to drink naturally. We pent up all this energy, all this dark, viscous energy of pent up desire. And then suddenly we blow. My blowing was in 2001, been a while now, thank God. The beard's gotten wider since then, so okay. Basically, to live in harmony with each other and with society and with everything, we need a harmonious environment. We need the love of our parents, we need the love of our brothers and sisters, the love of our friends. We need to receive that love and give that love. And somewhere along the line, somewhere along, here I am, utterly alone, speaking to the child, an image box, something that although it appears to listen very carefully, in fact, it cannot share back its tenderness, which is not a good sign. But at the same time, I recognize it, which means that I can make it better, change it. Now, the problem, the essence of the problem of being awake has to do with knowing yourself profoundly. There is a place in consciousness, and I have been there, so I know what I'm talking about, where there is no sense of self whatsoever. Yourself, the I, disappears. There is not much left, because the I sees everything, right? But there is something left. It begins with making the I so humongous, so gigantic, so all-encompassing, that in the most profound sense of the left-hand path, you become as God, you become God, or you are God, basically. This is a misunderstanding, because it's not this flesh, beard, these hands, these nose, these ears, that are God, but when you dissolve that, and you rip that apart, and you rip it open, so to speak, you recognize that the part that belongs to God re-engages to God. Now that goes directly to the Vedas and some Vedic concepts that I've been studying. I have a lot of problems with the Vedas as I have with the Quran, the Bible, with all the traditions. But one thing that I do get is that we're not this body, that this body is not really what we are. We are more than this, and also less, but we're not this. This is an illusion. And this is really odd, coming from me, speaking to another illusion, which is the image of me, where I can reflect this illusion back onto myself. It's bizarre. And it's tragic, because it's very lonely. The idea would be to share the illusion of things with everybody, so that there is no you or me, or them or us, but just the truth. truth is lonely? Could it be that the truth is lonely? Could it be that the illusion is one of separateness because there's only one? Psychedelics seem to edge me to that conclusion. The Vedas certainly make that very clear. The Bible and the Quran as well. This all-pervading monotheism. But here's the funny thing. Someone other has to observe that. Can't be all one. It cannot be observed as well. I don't know, something really weird. I don't get it. I still don't get it. But it's the I that doesn't get it. You see, the part of I that dissolves gets it. The I gets in the way. So it sounds really fucked up, really weird. But it's my conclusion. And the my is the illusion. It's the lie. Whatever that means to